Da, 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 da. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Gizmo Chat Show. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the show. I can't wait to be here. This is going to be the greatest. Ow. You hurt me there. I'm going to sue. Hello, Jamie. You're going to join us in a second. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Gizmo Chat Show. This is a brand new show. Welcome. So, yes, we just need to wait for Jamie to request to join me. Here we go. Oh, hang on, we've got to press go. Are we on? What's going on?
I'll have these. I'll have these in a size 2, please, madam. Oh, hello, everybody.
Hello! Oh, I'm even lower. That's useful. Hello, how are you?
There we are. Yes, I've got my. Oh, hang on a minute. There we are. Look, Tommy. Look alive. Look alive.
Look alive. Look frozen. You're playing musical statues, Tommy. That's what you're doing.
So, yes, I thought I'd make a bit of a world of what I do, just to be a bit sort of theatrical, like I am.
Theatrical and professional.
I won't go professional, but yeah.
Right, so I'm going to ask you some questions. We'll have a chat about show business, and we'll make it about a certain someone. We'll talk about you. So, right, right. So let's ask the infamous question: what got you started in show business?
Money, really. No, I'm joking. It was ever since I was tiny. I've always loved performing, and my nanny gave me this little anecdote, if you like. And for those that don't know, it's basically something that the reason why something happened. And when I was very, very, really, very, very tiny, probably even younger than you, she said to me, I know, even younger than you, she said to me,
I'm 8 years old, so that's probably.
Well, yeah. And she said,
well, I meant to be, but a certain someone forgets. But you know,
you can't get yourself, can you? Anyway, yes. So she said to me, it was her mum, so my grandma, or no, my nan, sorry, so many people. She said that she had a vase of fake flowers, and in this vase of fake flowers there was a little like wooden ball thing, and I picked it up and started singing with it and pretending it was a microphone, and that was when I was really, really young. And ever since then I've just loved performance, and seeing panto was sort of went, oh, hang on a minute, this is something I like this. And then I got into the shows at school, and then I saw a very, very good dame, Michael J. Batchelor at Butlins in the pantomime there, which was Aladdin Rocks. And I thought, yeah, that's what I want to do. So then last year was my sort of first big panto. And yeah, it was wonderful. As you can, don't know if this is going to be back to front, but there you can see me on the poster there. Just there,
oh.
there she is. Yeah,
and you were playing one of the fabulous sisters.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she was.
Yes, one of the
Alicia.
fabulous sisters.
Yeah,
okay. Right. So
Alicia.
yes. What was her name?
Alicia, Amanda, and Alicia. So you think Britain's Got Talent because we had Tony Rudd, the Britain's Got Talent impressionist, was in the show from the year before. There you are. You see.
Right. That's pathetic, really. Anyway, so we're going. I'm joking. Right. So, what would be your favourite panto story? Do you think makes the perfect panto?
For me, playing Dame, it's a cross between Aladdin and Jack and the Beanstalk, because those are the two titles that the Dame gets to have an actual part in the story, rather than in Snow White, other show. I mean, you're still in it as well, but they get to
They're just inserted in.
Yeah, and
yeah.
what they do in those particular titles is they have a role and actually something to do, not a ham roll or a sausage roll, an actual part, and they have moments of acting and stuff like that, and it's lovely. The fact, I mean, say for example in Jack and the Beanstalk, it's that moment when Dame Trot finds out that Jack sold the cow for a bag of beans, and it's that moment between the Dame and the audience that they actually get to have that moment. Hang on a minute, this is actually real. This is happening. So it's that moment where there's just that pin spot on her face, and she's looking in there, says, "We sold the cow. I thought we had nothing before, but now we're empty. We have nothing." It's that moment of sympathy, and as they say, pathos. And that's one of my favourite parts about playing Dame, is you get to have the play of pathos, and you get to have the comedy.
That was the deepest answer I was expecting.
I'm a proper actor. Proper actor.
Do you think you could ever do a panto without being the Dame? Ooh, controversial question.
I already have.
You already have?
I have. My first ever panto, I was in Aladdin. I played PC Ping Pong. That's not racially correct, but we're not going to go into that one. But he was the Chinese policeman in Aladdin, and that was sort of the comedy sidekick. So it wasn't the lead comedy, it was the second comic down. And I got to do the slosh scenes and bits and pieces like that. And yeah, it was my first step up into the business. And since then I haven't got out of the dress since, and I don't think I should, because this thing doesn't look very nice. But it works for playing a woman. It looks
fabulous. All of a sudden someone's just fallen over. That was a smart move. Anyway, I had another question. I've forgotten it. What was it? Yes, that was it. You do Punching Judy, as I can see in the background there.
Where did they come from? Look at that, floating. Magic. It's magic.
It is. No, it's you. It's your... We won't go there. Anyway, so what got you started in the world of Punching Judy?
Same answer, really. Money. No. No, it was... I saw a very, very good show of a very good friend of mine, Brian Davey, in Bournemouth Gardens, and I thought, I can do that. So I am. And then next year, 10 years down the line, I was doing Punching Judy for 10 years.
Oh, insane. I want to ask, is your Judy basically your Dame character?
So, she is, but she's not at the same time. So she used to be, but the Judy character, she's a lot... Hang on, my screen keeps going blank. She's much more sharp, and she's more shouty, whereas the Dame, she still can be quite shouty, but she's still more relaxed and mumsy and cuddly, but whereas Judy's like...
Exactly. Right. Have you ever considered making your Judy look like... someone came up with this idea earlier, but did you ever learn to speak? Did you learn to speak? I didn't. Did you ever consider making your Judy look like your Dame character?
Can't get the staff, can you? Sorry. She does.
Give us a break.
She doesn't. This might be a day out for you. It's a career for me. All right. Anyway.
Yeah, we have to get the classic one in.
Concentrate at school, kids. Otherwise, you too can wear dresses and play puppets for a living.
What's a puppet?
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. Do you know what a puppet is, Tommy? No, exactly. He's not talking to him. He had an argument last night. I didn't let him have his tuna. Not happy. Anyway, yeah, no. She is to an extent. It's the makeup as well, the blue eyes and things like that. But because they linked back together anyway. But this is a fact for you. In the pantomime, Judy is actually it's the other way around, sorry. So Judy, the pantomime Dame in Panto, that is Joey the Clown. So Joey the Clown got the part of Joey because was the first ever pantomime Dame, well, as far as we know, was Joseph Grimaldi, and he was the first person to ever play Dame. And for those that know, like your very good friend, I'm not going to mention a name because don't go there.
Yes, whose head keeps appearing here and it's very unprofessional. I don't know if anyone keeps noticing it. Clear off.
No, I can't because all I can see is your neck like that, so it's fine. Yeah, so he was the first pantomime Dame, and so those two characters, since Panto happened, those two characters have split off, but in the Punch and Judy show they stayed the same.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
That.
Well, we're factual and educational in this show. That's great.
I might be lying, but it sounds clever, doesn't it? So,
what is the one Panto fact that you think everybody should know that you don't think they do, like historical fact?
This isn't historical, but it's a fact with Panto. So, in a Panto, if you're on the stage, all the time now. I'm gonna get, if I get this wrong, I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble. So when you're on the stage, the villain always has to come on from stage left. That's the bad side, and then the goodie comes on from stage right. That's always how it has to be. Don't know why, but it is. And instead of saying in panto, instead of saying break a leg for good luck, you always say snap a lash.
Ooh.
That's a fact for you. And also the term "I'll see you on the green," that came from back in the day when performances used to be on the village greens and on back of carts and things like that. So they'd say, "Oh, I'd see you on the green for the Shakespeare play doing da 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 da." But yeah, that's how it stands. And there's also, with terms of comedy as well, because I do like the comedy and things. And oh, you're vibrating, Gizmo.
I'm not gonna say anything. This is a family show. Anyway, yes. Well, no, we got an notification because someone forgot to turn "Do Not Disturb" off on their phone.
So yeah, I forgot my train of thought now. For goodness' sake, tell your handler he needs to he needs to sort himself out.
Everyone's been telling him that. Even he knows that he needs to do something about it.
I'll sort him out. It's fine. So comedy wise, you should always play on the rule of three. I learnt this before, and especially when you're doing a joke, for example, you go
that doesn't work. Go away.
And
no, it doesn't work. Someone's arm's aching. I don't know why, but carry on.
You're changing spines. It's fine.
Yes, we'll change spine. You tell the story, and we'll change spine.
Yeah, you carry on. So yes. Where was I for joke? Yeah. So rule of three. You have to have. It's rule of three. So if you're saying for the game opener, you have to go. Oh yes, my first husband, he died from eating poison mushrooms. Yeah. And then my second husband, he died from eating poison mushrooms. And then the third husband, he died of a broken neck. He wouldn't eat the mushrooms. So that's the rule of three. So you're building it up, building it up, building it up, and bash it right down. Because that's the most important. That's the most important thing.
That's actually not a bad joke.
Well, there you are. You see.
Jot that one down. Jot it down. Right. So have you with one of our live streams or anything, we have stuff that always goes wrong. What is the funniest, family-friendly story you can tell about something going wrong on stage?
Here we go. So, once upon a time, there was no... so, last Christmas...
Like Balamori.
Yeah. In my opening section of my script, as I'm sure people know, the Dame and the Ugly Sister always go down, most of the time, go down into the audience to find their boyfriend. And they... Hang on. And on this particular day, I wasn't looking where I was going when I was coming back up the stairs. And I had some rather large high-heeled shoes on that were pretty much brand new. And let's just say, for example, I misjudged the step. And as you can see, I'm not exactly a petite person. It sort of sounded like the ending of EastEnders. I fell completely backwards back down the stairs, and it did sound like boom, 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 like that. And the thing was, I broke my shoes as well. I didn't break any bones or anything, but I would have preferred to have broken a bone or something like that rather than a pair of shoes, because at least that's free on the NHS. No, I'm joking about that. But no, and I can't get a brand new pair of glitter platform shoes off the NHS, so there's contradiction of facts, really, isn't there?
Yeah, it's unfair. They should sort it out.
Robert! There's Robert, my good friend, my co-script writer, and I'm going to do a little bit of a name drop clang here. We're doing a very good show called Friday Night Rambles, presented by Robert down there. Go and check it out on Instagram, Facebook, all social media at Friday Night Rambles or at Friday Night Rambles. Can't remember which one it is.
It's a good show.
And keep your eyes peeled, because we have something big coming up in the next few days. All I'm going to say now is it's a big something. with a lot of big names from the business. So keep your eyes out for that on the social medias, and you're in for a treat. It's going to be good. It's going to
Yes,
end the series.
ladies and
with
gentlemen,
a bang.
Harvey Wood is going to be appearing on Friday Night Rambles.
Did you hear that?
You owe me £5 now. You owe me five. You owe me a fiver and some chocolates.
They are Friday Night Rambles. That's the one at Friday Night Rambles. Thank you, Robert, my dear.
Definitely.
Thank you, as I call him, Rubbertoe. Bless him, Rubbertoe, yeah. All the way up there in sunny... No, he's not in Newcastle, actually, but he's near enough. I'm not going to give out his address, because that would be quite strange. And all I'm going to say is, Robert, pop the question.
No one's going to hear it.
Pop the question. Pop the question. There you are. That's his favourite little line. Just a little inside joke for you there, Robert. There we are. Proceed, Gizmo. Proceed.
Proceed. Okay. So, what other things do you do apart from pantomime?
Anything that pays me, really. No, I do Punch and Judy. I do voiceovers, impressions.
Or could you give us an impression?
There we are. My face. You see that?
Oh dear.
Yes, it is, Robert. Yes, it is.
Is it too late to send you a P45 yet? Is that the car that Jeremy Clarkson made?
Welcome to Top Gear. This car goes from 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds.
And so does his bathroom scales. Do Mrs. Brown with pleasure. Hello, that's nice. Hello, everybody. Hello. That's nice. Hello.
Are you a fan of Mrs. Brown's Boys?
Oh, it's all right. I like the voice though. That's it's a good voice because it's something you can. There's with voices. There's always something that you can pick up with mannerisms or a certain lisp or a dialect or an accent, or there's certain things. So say I'll take Mrs. Brown, obviously because she's Irish, and it's quite a deep manly voice, but it's also got a twang to it. So if you think about, if I'm going to explain the ideas of voices here, is that Mrs. Brown's voice is very similar to a mixture of Zippy and George's voice. So you can go from Mrs. Brown and then go down into George's voice, but George has a bit of a stutter, but it's more nasal, like that, yeah. And then even more like that, and it goes into Zippy's voice, ha ha, and do all that sort of thing. It's all different. I mean, this is what you do when you don't have any friends. You talk to yourself, you know.
Your best friend's your mirror.
Well, even that don't work because it cracks most of the time when I see it. But you know, it can't be helped, can it?
Well, you know, for a puppeteer, the best friend is the right hand.
Oh, like that. I see what you mean. I got so confused then. I'm so sorry. I got so. It's Tommy's fault. You see, he was distracted.
What's so confusing about that?
No, because whenever I've been a puppeteer, I always use my left hand. That's the most confusing thing. That's right, Joe Pasquale. That's right. I know some that get on your nerves. That's right. It's Joe Pasquale. I've had an accident,
like
and
Joe
I think
Pasquale.
I might be entitled to compensation. See, I got my little minion down there, Robert. It's feeding me the lines.
Feeding you the lines, feeding you the material.
Well, yeah.
Someone could do with one of those.
Mhm.
You know, we could use autocue or a script. And the problem is we do sometimes have a script, but someone can't remember it.
Yeah.
Have you ever forgotten your lines?
Of course I haven't. I'm professional. But no, the difference for me is if I do forget my lines, especially when playing Dame or Ugly Sister, there's always going to be something that you can back onto. So if you've got an ad lib or something like that. So if you forget something, it doesn't really matter.
That's why I like doing pantos, is we could get away with it.
Exactly.
We could get away with it. You know, doing like Phantom of the Opera, if you forget your lines, you can't go, ooh, damn, I forgot my line. Oh,
well, you can't really do the joke, as I said earlier. Start going, nighttime sharpens. This might be a night out for you. It's a career for me. You can't really do it. I don't think that really worked very well. I mean, Andrew Lloyd Webber might, you know, imagine that Phantom of the Opera, the panto.
That needs to happen.
Oh, dear.
That needs to happen. Phantom of the Opera, the panto.
Oh,
And
Steve?
where's the chandelier? It's behind.
Yeah, you see.
There we go.
It's funny.
Carry on, Phantom of the Opera. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Proceed.
Proceed. So, what have you ever been to a musical in the West End talking about Phantom of the Opera?
Yes. Well, yes, I've got a few friends that are in them. I've seen Shrek. I see hashtag name drop clan again. There you go. That's a good one, Rob. There you go. How about that? That's a good line. Hey, Gizmo, get your handler to jot that one down. You like that one?
If the Operation Sleeping Beauty goes the way they want, it might become one.
Phantom of the Opera, the panto. Okay. Anyway. But yes, I've seen, I'm not going to say the name because I put money on the fact certain somebody has got a track ready, or do they not have a certain track ready? Everybody's talking about somebody?
Everybody's talking about Jane. We haven't got a ready. Shame. Usually we do, but, copyright reasons we can't. But everybody's talking about Jamie. Everybody's talking about Judge. This would have been the perfect. You could have done that. Basically, we should explain. A certain someone, every time Jamie comes onto a stream, puts, everybody's talking about Jamie. Everybody's talking about Judge Jamie. That bit on. Everybody's talking about the boy in the dress. Boy! To proceed, I'm a musical god. That's what I am.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise you were still there. just blowing me little nose there, you see. I'm just proceeding the time while you're singing?
Yeah, I think it's singing.
Is that what you're calling it?
What is your favourite song to sing? What's the song you sing? What's the one you go to? Because I know you do a little bit of singing. I've heard you sing. Very good.
I don't know. I do like a bit of a sing song, but I like my song. My song of choice is "Stars from Les Mis." That's always one of my songs of choice. That's always a very nice one. But then if you're talking about Dame, you've got "Fabulous Baby" from Sister Act. You've got a very, very good song, which I'm working on with one of my friends at the moment, who's a panto track writer. So that might be coming out very, very soon. Little hint for you. Working a few projects there. But no, I like to think I'm pretty diverse. Robert won't agree because he's Robert. But yeah, so no, it just I like to be as broad as I can.
What is your dream show to be in? What is your dream show?
Panto wise or just in general?
Just in general. Can be panto, could be anything, dream show, anything.
Can you give me two? I'll do one as a panto and then one as a normal
show.
Go
on, I'll give you two. Why not? We're generous on this show.
Right. Okay, so normal show, I'd probably go for, I'd say, Edna Turnblad from Hairspray, Tracy's mum. Funnily enough, that's in a dress as well.
Yeah. Did you know that was made in America because there was no panto? They didn't do panto in America, and that was made because there's no panto day.
They do now, though.
I know they do a couple, but they do because it's not common over there. The writer went, "Oh yes, we want that idea," so they took it and did Edna Turnblad. But I agree, it can't be done by a woman, that role. I think that's what makes it work. No offense, no, we're not being sexist, but it's true.
And then I'd say panto wise, anything that would book me really. But I suppose for the Dame, it's the ideal is Mother Goose because the whole show is surrounded is around that character. It's her show. But for me, it's anyone that'll hire me to play Dame really. Wherever the work's going, I'll do it.
Who is your inspiration? Celebrity inspiration?
So, This is quite a good question, and it's one that's been apparently my dame is quite similar to this other pantomime dame, but this is a replica of one of his wigs. It's a chap called goodbye picture. Is a very, very brilliant actor and comedy role player and dame, a chap called John Inman, and this wig is designed to look like a replica of one of his. And just changing spines again, are you? Yeah.
Yes, I'm changing spines again.
Yeah.
You carry on.
And he was in Are You Being Served? And his catchphrase, if you guys can remember, was, "Are you free, Mr. Humphreys? I'm free." So that's how he used to. That's one of my inspirations, and also another one, which is Ken Dodd, which in my eyes, he is the king of comedy. No one can beat Ken Dodd. He was the king of comedy. Oh yes, by Jove, it's what a good day we are. Oh yes, you by Jove. So did all those. So him, and also, as I said earlier, Michael Batchelor. There's quite a few that I've just been so lucky, the fact that I've had so many lovely people help me along my way into the business, and without those kind people, I wouldn't be where I am now, which I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. But no, there's been a lot of lovely people along the way, and a lot of supportive and kind people. And yeah, so
Who's Kev Dodd?
I know that's what I was thinking. Is it
Kev Dodd? Hi, Logan, by the way.
Is it a cross between Tim, Robert? Is it a cross between Tim? No.
I know, it sounds like a really macho version of Ken Dodd.
Oh, how tickled I am. In it, love.
Yeah, can you say this?
Yes, we will save the stream.
We're not getting rid of this. Yeah. So
yeah,
that's it, really. I think
Have you seen John Inman do the Wizard of Oz at the Children's Royal Variety Show? I think he played the Cowardly Lion.
Yeah.
That is brilliant.
But that's just him. It's the way that he can it's just the way that he has with an audience is just spectacular. And regardless of what the line is, he can make it funny. So even if he goes and says, hello, it's just it's that little up and down movement, and it's
that sort of Tommy Cooper thing to make anything funny.
Exactly. And that can't be learned. That's something that is just has to come naturally, really. So yeah, it's him and a few others as well, but that are in the current climate. Very, very good dame called David Robbins. He's been very kind to me. David Dale, I've got nicknames for all my friends in the business. I won't go into some of them. And yeah, there's just been lots of lovely people.
Who is your go-to entertainer to speak to? Like the entertainer you go, I need some advice or need some help. Who's the entertainer you go to?
For Panto or for
just in general? We'll have to go multiple answers because you do so much.
So for Panto, it would be either David Robbins or David Dale. There's also a few other people, but they're the main ones, and Robert as well, of course, because Robert's he's a very I don't say this to him very often. He's a very clever person. I'm very lucky to have him as a good friend of mine. But I didn't tell him that. And also for Punch and Judy, there's Mareka, Clive, Robert Stiles is a lovely man. Another really good friend of mine, Nick Nolan, Nicky Tricks, he's another lovely guy. Everybody's just so lovely, and it's nice to know that. Oh, hang on, we have a question. Do you know where you are doing Panto next year? Well, a few little things have been put in feeders, and I'm in talks at the moment, which is very,
the
very
London
exciting.
Palladium.
I wish. Can you imagine that?
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. I'll make sure you're there, Gizmo. I'll make sure you're there.
Definitely.
Don't worry about your handler. It's just you that's important.
Yeah. I'm the celebrity here.
But yeah, there's a few things that are happening. But I tell you what, once I do know what's happening, maybe we could do another one of these, or do another one at Christmas time.
Sure.
Me in costume, if you want.
Yeah. We're gonna try and keep doing these. Just gotta find guests.
Excellent. Oh, he's fainted again.
Yes. So we're nearly coming on to the end of this thing. I hear there's possibly a Punchy Judy related podcast happening.
Well, there might be. Yes, I think that's something that me and your handler are going to be working on. I'd say we should start looking at starting that off in the new year. I think. Sure, if you can pass that message on to your handler, that would be rather useful.
It's just that the handler wanted me to ask you that because he thought you forgot.
No, it's still there. Don't you worry about that.
He forgets everything. Right, so if there's to end on, if there is one bit of advice you want to give to another entertainer, what would it be?
Don't do it. No.
Don't take my job.
No. Learn the craft, be passionate, and care about those around you, and care about your audience, because they're who pay your contract. Look after yourself and look after others, especially in this time.
Yes, definitely. And who's your favourite children's character?
Could be Sissy, really, isn't it?
No, that's the wrong answer. Who's your favourite children's character?
Oh, I'd say probably Zippy, actually.
Who's your favourite children's character?
Do we know anyone else? Do we? No, did that. Oh, of course! Of course it is. It's Hacker, isn't it? Okay. Oh, my picture's
right,
gone
we'll
again.
end it there. Thank you so much for coming,
Bye-bye.
Jamie. Thank you for coming. Yes, bye-bye. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching. Clear off.